Hey, Haley. I guess I'm not gonna be able to. Guess I'm gonna have to stand to do all this. Going live a few minutes early here. Why? Jess is probably going to be mad at me because I'm finishing the wood burning on the countertop. Hey, Samantha, how are you? So Jess is away for the next few days. She's at a conference for the animal rescue. So me and the dogs are here alone. Yep, just me. I wanted to kind of hop on here. I'm going to wait for a few more people to join so I can kind of explain what's been going on, where we've been. But thankfully, all doing really well after the storm. It didn't affect us all that bad. It got pretty windy, but other than that, we're okay and safe. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Tina. Yeah, no, we were good with the storm. Uh, just got windy. We do notice that there's a couple trees that have to come down, or we're going to be in trouble one day because the one tall oak tree that's right by the dome is swaying a little too much in the wind. And when we bulldozed the area to put the dome, some of the roots kind of were taken out with it. So it's not as stable as I guess it was before. So we're kind of worried about that. Hey, Laura, finally caught alive. Fortunately, it's just me tonight. I wish Jess was here with me, but I'm kind of happy she's getting a little break. She's enjoying the shower in the hotel room and being out with her coworkers. Wonder if she's going to log in and see this. She didn't even know I was going live tonight, but I could not put out a video for everybody, or at least something. Because I miss you all as well, and I wanted to kind of explain what's been going on, where we've been, and what the plan is moving forward. Yeah, cutting it and getting it ready for next winter is what I was talking with a friend today about. It's just such a big tree and so close to the dome that we have to be extremely careful. I need a few more people here. We need like come alongs or trucks and long rope that we can tie to and pull it the way we need to. Not something I want to do on my own because it could end badly. I got my computer here so I can see everybody's messages. How's everybody else doing? Everybody else safe during the storm? Is anybody in that path? Hey, hey, John. How you doing, bud? Sorry if the quality of this live isn't perfect. The internet isn't working very well, so it's kind of still raining outside. So I kind of have it just going off of my phone, but it's all right. We did survive the storm. Apparently, we have another one coming in. I'm supposed to be going to the um, Self Reliance Festival again. They have a second one that's supposed to be this coming weekend. I'm going to be going there with Glenn from Landstruck again. So hopefully we don't have another storm and get rained out, but we'll see. So I guess anyway, I guess we'll just kind of start and talk. And if anybody else who wants to watch this after the fact, they can come in and see what's been going on. But I don't want to stand the whole time. Yeah. Pups are doing good. Barnaby's he's uh he's a mischievous little pup, but he's definitely lovable and a great part of the family. Sally and Rezzy are over there laying on the bed. They're a little bit confused because Jess isn't here. They've been looking for her all day, but you hear them. Can't get comfortable. I'm sorry, everyone. Hold on one second. All right, that should work. Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, we're burning mushrooms. Jess already did two of them, and this one's was started, and I'm just kind of finishing it up because we want to get this. I want to get this put in place and done before she gets back, if I can. Yeah, Mom will be home soon. Yeah, Jess is really excited about the countertop. I mean, so am I. It's going to be great to have a sink and then the stove, and then all the space to kind of. It's all right, Barnaby. But anyway, we haven't been putting out videos as often as we would like to. It's been really challenging, with Jeff's working a full-time job and a very dedicated job. I mean, if you saw how many animals in this area are in need of the services of that rescue, you can understand how it consumes so much of her, Barnaby, how much of her day. And when she gets home from work, she's just exhausted and mentally and physically drained. So a lot of it's been falling on me. And you know what? Me and just started this YouTube channel and this whole off-gridding journey together, and we've always wanted it to be both of us. As of right now, with everything going on, I feel like Jess is going to be, not that she won't be in the videos as much, but we're not going to be. One second, let me let him out of the cage real quick, everyone. If not, he'll just keep barking the whole time. There you go, Barnaby. All right, I'm back. I love cacao with mushroom blend. I appreciate that, Samantha, but we do it. We started this channel and wanted to really grow it, and for it to be successful and do what we set out to achieve, we have to be a lot more consistent with videos. I personally want to get back to doing the videos every week. Not only because I enjoy doing it, but it'll help our channel grow. And me and Jess were kind of talking about it, and she's going to put as much time in as she can, and that's going to all be dependent on how much work they have at the shelter. But she loves being a part of YouTube. She loves all of you. We wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for all of you. So for right now, until things kind of get worked out with the shelter and they can find reliable help, so it's not just the current staff, which is not enough, doing everything. So until that happens, it looks like I'm going to be picking up the brunt of everything when it comes to YouTube and what we're doing on the property. And she's going to kind of put as much energy as she has into it when she has it, which I completely understand because both things are full-time commitments, and the animals in this area really need the assistance and the help. I mean, if without that rescue, you should see how many cases of animal cruelty can be in this area. It's really sad. So I can't really blame her for that. But we do want this channel to keep growing. We want our homestead to keep growing. We want to get comfortable. We're tired of living honestly the way we're living. We have so many great things. A lot coming from a lot of our subscribers. I mean, in all honesty, our whole solar system was purchased for us by one of our subscribers, and he's done a lot for us, and that we're so grateful for that. And I don't take those gifts very lightly. So we really want to show people that we are living this lifestyle and moving forward. So we want to get things a lot more comfortable. Like we need to get this place climate controlled. That's the main thing right now and the main comfort. And hopefully with the preparations we've made so far for winter, with the curtain and the insulating underneath, we're going to have a lot more comfortable of a winter than we did last year. Because if you've been following us for a while, you know we kind of suffered, and it was difficult. Yeah, our lives do come first. We do agree on that. Hey guys, calm down. We do agree there, but honestly, I've made YouTube and this whole lifestyle my life, right? So I don't feel good about myself when I don't get videos out regularly. I see other YouTubers doing it, so I think I need to just, lace up my boots, pull up my pants, and get it done. I mean, there's nothing in this life's easy, honestly. So it's not like something you can do part time. Not if you want to be successful, comfortable, and actually, keep moving towards more sustainable life. Sally, Rezi, calm down. Hey Joe. Yeah, the hay bales though, it won't it this deck is so high off the ground in some areas. It can be um it's like 9 foot, 8 foot, something like that on the one side. Sally, come here. Sally. Sally and Barnaby get a little bit ferocious with each other sometimes. So I don't know if the hay bales would actually be an economical way to do that to block the the wind. I'm trying to say I'm sure there's something else we can do. We're kind of looking towards other options, but we do know that blocking that off will help block a lot of the wind from coming in. And no, you're right. The insulation probably isn't enough, but I feel it's going to be a lot better than it was. We even had the plan on getting those. They're like the puzzle piece flooring pieces that are I don't know what it's made of. It's almost like they have them in a gym, and they have ones that look like wood. So we're thinking about that. Yeah, it's like, yeah, cheap lumber or trailer skirting is something that we're looking at doing as well. This is a good idea, Jess, is to put the mushrooms on here and burn them in. It looks cool. I can't wait for you all to see it in the regular video, which we've been filming for like 3 weeks now. So when the video is done, it's going to be pretty intense. It's going to be a good video. We're still trying to figure out, you know, we're obviously doing something not wrong, but our videos are like topping off at between 1 to 3,000 views, and we're trying to figure out how to get that number up. I don't know. I think our editing has gotten a lot better, but I'm thinking it's more the substance that we have to work on. This is harder than it looks. Thanks, James. I appreciate that. One thing we did collect with this big rainstorm was we had a ton of rainwater. So our new rainwater collection system did its job. I'm pretty happy about that. Barnaby, leave Rezi alone. He has a thing with ears. He likes to grab Rezi's ears and shake his head when he's biting. And Rezi is the most patient dog. It's crazy. She just lets him do it like a mama dog lets puppies all over her. She's so patient. Such a good dog. So yeah, short videos we do need to do more of. I do them a lot on TikTok, and I've grown a pretty big follow. Well, not pretty big, but my TikTok following's now over almost to 250,000, and my videos there do really good, and they're quick. I make them in, God, sometimes 20 minutes. It'll take me to make a viral video on there. I've gotten on TikTok in the past month and a half, somewhere around 50 million views. I kind of blew up on there. Um, but I like making TikTok videos, but it's not as enjoyable to me as the long form content. But what I should be doing is taking the videos I make for TikTok and then putting them on YouTube Shorts. So that way I'm not having to just doing two different styles and formats is kind of difficult for me. It's kind of hard to switch the mind frame and how you're filming and what you're filming. I've gotten it down from editing when we first, like, let's take our editing from 2 years ago. It would take us 20, 30 hours to edit our videos then. Now I've gotten it down to where I'm able to edit a video in 6, 7, 8 hours tops. Hey, D Baxter. Yeah, doing clips as projects we're working on. Sally, Barnaby, relax. They're gonna act up for dad while mom's not here. Put them on all socials I'm on. Yeah. What I want to do is just take the TikTok videos, I think, put them on YouTube Shorts, and then making obviously the regular YouTube videos, and then redirecting my energy for the website and the memberships and things like that. Because we've fallen like so behind on so much. Barnaby, sorry guys. If he'll just keep barking if I don't yell at him. Yeah, the pond's full. So the pond, we actually have to. Barnaby, come here, come here, come on, lay down, lay on your bed. Put it right there so you're next to me. Come here, come on, lay down. So one thing we have to do with the pond is we have to raise the levee and the dam wall another 4 or 5 foot so that it can fill up more further back to where we want it. So we have to have the dozer come back for that. But as of right now, to its capacity, it is full, and I cannot keep Barnaby and Sally out of it. They love it. Every time we come down the hill, Barnaby Supermans it into the pond, and then Sally follows right in, and they just swim around. They love it. So, Just told me this was hard because she's been doing all of it. It's not that difficult. It's got to be slow. Did I lose the chat? Okay, there we go. So is everybody else prepared for winter? Probably not fully, right? There's so much to do. Firewood is something I've been working on. Luckily, our friend Shannon got us a brand new chainsaw. That was one of the things that we were missing. My chainsaw broke. Yeah, you're planning a fall garden. Need to get into this year. Yeah, I don't know if we're actually going to get a fall garden in. We're pretty much just like we lost everything in the drought this year in the garden, pretty much, and it was a little discouraging. And we're just kind of like, all right, you know what? Reset. Let's make sure that this winter we are good. Let's get the kitchen built out. We have everything we need to start canning. We got a pressure canner. We've got over 100 jars. We've been looking up recipes and things that we can can. We just didn't have a good harvest because we had such a drought. I mean, up until the other day when this rain came, we've been out of water for I can't even tell you how long, weeks. You know, we had to ration everything from showers to, we had to buy water for the dogs to drink it for us because we just had nothing. Even doing our dishes was, kind of put on the back burner. I know it said haul water in. Now, the problem was all of our creeks were completely dry. Our creek down our hill was dry. The creek where everybody fills up this mountain was nothing flowing. It was empty. So that made it difficult. Rain collection system is working awesome. The piping works great where it comes from up top down to underneath the dome. We've been able to use it to shower. So we're one thing we're looking at, I'll give you a little idea. We wanted to build the shower indoors. We had an idea for doing it. And as we second guessed ourselves on us building it, we don't want any problems. But we found that these domes, some of them have these bathroom pods that you can buy pre-built that have a bathroom shower and everything in it. We're thinking, and they're not too expensive. They're somewhere, I think it was around $1,200. But if we get one of those, we can put it where our closet, little temporary closet thing is, and have a full shower and bathroom indoors because Jess will not shower outside in the wintertime. And I don't blame her. It's difficult with her tiny body, but we want to get one of these pods, put it in here, and then plumb all the water so that we have water coming to our sink, water coming to a shower, and then the drains going out. Excuse me. Lots of plans. No, no. Ranch life, John. I get it. Yeah. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to come on here and talk to everybody, tell you everybody where we were uh, mentally, everything that was why we haven't posted in a little while. I'm trying. I don't want to say this as a commitment because I don't want to say something to y'all and then not be able to fulfill it. Um, but if I'm going to be just moving ahead, doing the videos as much as I can, and basically not waiting on Jess, but waiting till she, is able to with everything going on with the shelter. So if I'm just going to be doing it, I want to try to get back to doing the videos every week. If I'm going to do this, I might as well do it right. I'm sure none of you will be upset with seeing a video every week for me. I hope not. Yeah, Laura, there definitely is never enough time. Um, we've learned that every time we think we're going to be more prepared, something else happens or you need to do other things to get ready. And you're never as prepared as you think you're going to be. You kind of just take it as it goes. Living off grid, it takes a little bit of ability to deal with, you know, things not always going right. I guess that's life in general. But out here, when something doesn't go right, it could be a little bit more problematic. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, I think it'll be good. I'm excited to get back into it full time because when we first started out, we were putting out a video every week. It was fun. I don't know if Jesse's on here. Videos would be great once a week, Valerie. All right, I'm gonna do my absolute best to get them out every week. Honestly, there's so much to do around here that I have an endless amount of content. Multiple out per week at one point. Yeah, we did at one point. That wasn't too often, but if something special happened, we did. That was also in the very beginning too. The pandemic was still kind of technically going on, so there was not much else that could be done. But now it all came down to Jess is working full time right now, and we needed her to do that. She wanted to do that. Uh, we'll figure it out. Hey, Annette, all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Y'all are getting ready for summer, right? Or spring, I mean. I got a friend out there, Daz. If any of you watch Daz's Aussie Garden and Kitchen, he's a friend of mine. he always keeps me up to date, or has in the past, on the weather and what's been going on out in Australia. It's actually been a pretty difficult month. Um, I'm not going to get into details on this because it's really not my place to do it. But there's been an extreme amount of death up on this mountain in the past month. 3 people that we were all friends with. So it's been pretty sad. That's been another reason we didn't get a video out last week, because we were making a memorial video for friends of ours, and then went to the celebration of life. And it's been things have been happening. Yeah, 2 of the people have been in videos of ours in the past too. Yeah, so that was I was following a lot of what's been going on in North Carolina, especially on TikTok. It's heartbreaking to see people losing their homes. A friend of mine, Creature Preacher, has an animal-based account, he put a call out. There was a family in Asheville whose apartment complex was completely flooded. That Like, there was pictures of it, and the family was not home when the floodwaters hit, and they couldn't get back to their home, and they were desperately putting out a call for help because their dog was in the cage in the apartment on the first floor, and for like anybody who can get to the dog who has a boat. If I was closer, I would have swam, but unfortunately, when people got to it, the dog didn't make it. It's just I'm seeing so much loss out there, and it's so horrible. Hey, Judy, yeah, it hit us, but not too bad. We're all right. How much wood will I burn this winter? Last year we burnt 6 ricks of wood, and there's like 3.5 ricks in a cord. So we're going to use that as kind of our guide of like how much we're going to need. But that was a really nice line. But I'm gonna get as much chopped up as I can and go from there. I'm hoping, like I said, with the preparations we've made, and that it's gonna be a little less um, wood needed to be burned because of the insulation and the curtain holding in heat. We had to keep that fire roaring last winter, and still 10 foot away from the wood stove, you were freezing, and that's because our floor wasn't insulated and it was like walking on a giant sheet of ice. It was so uncomfortable. I'm able to deal with that. Jess, not so much. Hey, Pink, from where you guys are right now, try not to internalize about something like tells them if we're. Yeah, it's sometimes hard, though, Pink. And I get it. We're not exactly in the best position to really help anybody right now, especially because we're so far out. But still try to spread the word. Strip the top of your bed. Yeah, we got we got plenty of blankets. We actually have a brand new bed that I'm picking up tomorrow. We have a bed that's going to go on the top, but we have a friend of ours in town has a full size bed that they're giving us, which is a lot thicker and better. So that ought to help as well. Right, Joe. The least I can do is what I'll do. I'm happy I got this frame built. Actually, I'm pretty proud of this whole thing. Well, all right. So I know we were talking about doing the epoxy, right? And we have the epoxy kit right down there on the floor. What do y'all think? I think it's going to be a big mess and something that is not going to turn out exactly how we're hoping. So I'm trying to convince Jess into using a food safe polyurethane and putting, a whole bunch of coats on top of this. What do you think of that? Hey, Dave, how you doing, bud? I just think the polyurethane will be a lot easier, and if I put, a whole bunch of coats on it, it still should give kind of the same effect, right? Is this choppy? No. Okay. Yeah. Like me, James, I ain't a pro anything, but hey, Pink, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Towards Old Man Winter. I am going to use that for more wood than I could even chop up. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. Speed has been good. All right. Yeah, I'm working on some spotty internet right now just because of the chainsaw fuel. Yep. One thing, got my brand new chainsaw to put it in. Anybody answer? Anybody else have any advice on that between the epoxy and the polyurethane? I just have a feeling like the epoxy is not going to go the way that I want it to, and it's just going to get everywhere. And then Jess will have me sleeping outside during winter. Humble minds. Thank you so much, bud. Appreciate that. If you were here earlier, we were talking about, I'm getting back into making videos a lot more often. Might just be a lot more of me, but that's what I was thinking, Dave. Like the epoxy might be something better for a smaller project to start off. This is a little over 11-foot long table, and I just don't want to mess it up. So I know poly will go on a whole lot easier and give that same shiny and protective look. Especially if I put multiple coats on it, it should be okay. Maybe I'll make a small cutting board the same way and try the epoxy on that. Well, I guess not. You guess you want the cutting board to be just wood with oil. Yeah, keep growing. That is our motto. We're growing in so many different ways. I just want to be. I'm ready to have all the basic systems in place to where we're doing a lot more maintaining and then building things that bring enjoyment versus what we need to just basically survive. I mean, today the roads are starting to get a little bit well, after the storm, they're pretty slick. My truck barely I had trouble getting off the mountain this morning, or this afternoon, and I want to make it so that I never have to leave. That would be the goal. And it's already got a coat of elbow grease. So you need a compound that has good temperature deviation tolerant. If you can get marine quality, is that marine quality poly you're talking about? Pink? Yeah, pond's full, Dave. We just gotta build up we have to have the dozer come back and build up the dam a little bit higher so that the water fills back a little bit more and up to the sides where we're going to put a lot of the plants. We have, we were looking at different pumps and things to clean it, filters. I can't get it to settle. And I think it's mainly because Barnaby and Sally won't stay out of it. They stir it up every day. Who am I to tell them they can't go swimming? Yeah, we can do both, but I feel like, importance of things we need to survive or have to come first in our minds before anything for enjoyment, right? Like my goal would be to have one of those hippie hot tubs here and a sauna and like the gardens and the food forest is all taken care of and looking beautiful to walk through to pick fruit. Um, I can see what I want this place to look like, but it just seems like it's so far off. That's okay. I'm not in really any rush, but I guess there's a little bit of impatience on my part. Dump a load of gravel in the bottom. What's for? What will that do? Blow up hot tubs? All right, that'd be kind of cool. But I mean, the ones I'm talking about, the wood fire ones, there, I think that would be our best bet because powering a hot tub is not something we have the energy set up for. But honestly, our power requirements have been met fully. We've never needed for more power than what we pull in. I still have two panels up there that I have to add to our current system. They're going to go on the ground mounts though. Um, they're big. They're 450-watt panels that were sent to us by a company. So getting them into getting them wired up with the other ones we have, at least during the day when the sun's on it, there's going to be a whole lot of things we could power without any worry. Maybe we can get a full size fridge in here at one point. The little 12-volt fridge we have is working great for what we need it for, but it would be good if we can get something a little bit bigger to store, meats and things for the long term. Because right now we have very minimal storage, so we have to get things, a lot fresher, which isn't a bad thing. It's just time and gas to go get it. But that's the whole thing of when we get this done and we get the kitchen set up so we can actually can, even if before we can grow anything, we can at least go to the store, buy things in bulk from the Amish, and start like practicing making recipes and canning things to just have for the long term, and so we don't have to keep running to the store as much. I want to eventually get to not be going to the store at all, but I think that's going to take a lot of work before we can get to that point. As much as I'm against like the commercial farming, how everything that they spray on our food and the farms and these fields, I understand in some way the amount of different pressures from just even the bug pressures and things. It's hard. Organic growing is it can be difficult. It takes a lot of attention and dedication. Dedication. Yeah, root cellar is something we want to do as well. Um, I just don't want to build the root cellar down here. I guess we could do something that's kind of like a smaller temporary root cellar. I was looking at some different ideas for that, but when we build whatever we build for a permanent house up the top of the hill, that's where I want to put the root cellar. But I guess there's nothing stopping me from making something temporary. I think I've even seen someone take old fridges and bury them a certain way, and they make like a little storage, food storage. I didn't put any honey this year. I was told not to. I wanted to let the hive get established. They've been doing all right. I was checking them I guess, the other day, 2 or 3 days ago. I try not to when the weather's really bad. I try not to mess with them too much, but they were good. I just put another deep on them. What was that? A few, maybe last month. They're doing good. I'm letting them do their thing, and then next year I have plans to harvest the honey. I got my extractor coming from when I was a kid, which is awesome. It's going to make a big difference. I have a lot of equipment for processing honey from when I was a kid. And when my father actually and my mother actually just got back from a vacation. They were in Africa for the past month, and now that they're back, he's going to bring me a lot of the stuff that I have there. Yeah, of course you're going to get sea pops. Yeah, well, so everywhere we have a hillside right by the dome, and then where we want to put when we build whatever we're building permanently up the top, that's also right at the top of a hill too. So we would have a hillside there as well. I have a friend of mine who's been digging off grid Misty. She's been digging a root cellar by hand, and I've been watching her for a month with a pickaxe go through just straight shale and rock, and I'm impressed. It's deep, so she can do it. We can do it. Publicly digestible stories. He's got a lot of them. When he got actually, he's been sending me a lot of pictures. We'll make when he comes here. We'll do a thing where we can show you some of the pictures from his travels. So, are you watching Nathan Will as well? Yeah, Off Grid Misty. I don't know if you knew. Her and her husband were here 2 months ago. They came to visit and camped on the property and hung out with us. Yeah, she's a good friend of mine now. They'll be coming back too. So hopefully we can do some YouTube content with them. Hey Rambo, how you doing, buddy? Kind of a hangout tonight, hanging out with everybody. I will, mark my words, have a video for you by next Sunday, and a good one at that. Got 3 weeks of content or videoing that's going to be put into it, so expect to see a bunch done. Yeah, close to being done with this thing, which is awesome. Hmm. This isn't really a growth one for me, James. I just wanted to really get on here and hang out with everybody. Let you know that we're still alive, kicking, what the plans are, what's been going on, and see how you all are doing. Need to make you a moderator, by the way. Helps out. You know, 24. Yeah, I feel you. I do try, like I said before, when I don't put something out, I feel it in my gut. I hate feeling like I'm letting you all down and myself. But I got some other cool projects coming on. You might be interested. So I know you all know when I was in LA, I was working towards, in the movie industry, trying to make movies. I made one movie with some pretty big people in it. Um, a friend of mine who I met out there is also in the filming industry. Is going to come out for a visit. My friend Russell, and I think we're going to film like a little short movie while we're here, like a low budget short, but that'll be fun. We'll incorporate all off grid and the property here, so I'll be excited to share that with you. I've been trying to write a script for it. This is kind of like a little fun passion project. Nice, John. Yeah, I was executive producer on one movie. Actually, my co-executive producer was one of the VPs of Disney. Um, we had a couple actors in it from that are known, and it did pretty good. It was a fun project. We had a pretty, decent budget for it we raised. All right. Last leave for the night. I really hope Jess isn't mad at me for this. She wanted to do this, but I wanted to do one of the mushrooms as well. She already did two of them, so I can take one. Yeah, production is it's fun for me. I actually went to the Los Angeles Film School for visual effects, so that's where this computer came from. I can do a lot of visual effects stuff. That's my passion. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be fine. She can't punch me right now. She's away. She can just yell at me over the phone, and then she'll be over by the time she gets home because she'll miss me. Mm. I'm using the distance to my advantage right now. Where we at? All right, everybody. We've been here almost an hour, it looks like, but thank you again, Pink Panther. If you're still here, I really appreciate the tip. It's going to go to good use, and I thank everybody for hopping on to hang out with me for a little while. Very thankful for all your patience with us. And just know that starting tomorrow, it's kind of balls to the wall. I'm going to do my best to get a video out every week and really make some headway here on this property and get some of the things that we've been talking about doing done. Ask for forgiveness, not for permission. I don't know if that always works though. Can't always just do the wrong thing and then just say, "Well, I'm sorry." You keep doing it, right? Eh, you don't care. Good thing about having a wife that loves you. All right, everybody. I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna take these dogs outside because Sally's waiting here patiently for me. Yeah, now turn does suck, but I think we're gonna be all right. We're doing the work anyway all the time, so what's the difference? Oh, oh, all right, put this up. Again, thanks everybody. I love you. It's good to see you all. And I will see you next Sunday. And we're going to be releasing new merch for the summertime, the hoodies and things like that. So if you don't know, go to offgridgrowing.com and not off grid and growing, just offgridgrowing.com. You can see the current line of merch we have right now, and we'll be adding more to it soon. So thanks everybody. Love you all. I will see you soon.